Ms. Frazier, I just want to confirm, do you have a written or an oral lease agreement with the other Fraziers?
No.
Okay. Did you ever make an agreement for them to make pay a certain amount of money for them to stay there?
Not physically, but verbally, yes.
Okay. Have they ever paid you any money for rent?
Partial payment, but not full. Well, on Elia's behalf, partial payment.
And when you say partial, was there an agreed amount that was supposed to be paid?
Yes. So the rent is split. It's split $1,750 between 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
And only 2 people, which was me and my boyfriend, has been paying it ever since my dad gave up the lease in July.
Okay. And so who's on the lease?
I am as of now.
Is anyone else on the lease?
No, it's just my name.
Okay. And these people how long have the other Fraziers been residing with you?
So we were all staying in the house. My dad name was originally over the lease.
Uh-huh.
We were supposed to do the renewal for July, but he said that he wasn't going to do the renewal.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I stepped up and I signed the renewal. It wasn't in July because we had to get documentation together. But me and the landlord had been talking prior to, and I was still paying rent. So the lease was officially signed of September the 9th. And that's when things went into effect. But like I said, they haven't been paying since. Well, Elijah just came back. Elia has been here since my dad, didn't.
What's your relationship to the other Fraziers?
Siblings, oldest brother, little sister.
Okay, and the concern I have, and I just want to make sure you're saying they paid partial payments. When's the last time any one of them have paid you any money or paid any money?
The judge establishes that there is no written lease, only an informal verbal understanding. While rent expectations are discussed, the lack of documentation makes the arrangement unclear. Partial payments and family relationships complicate the situation, creating uncertainty about what was formally agreed upon.
Since July.
Okay, have you made a demand on them, demanding how much money they need to pay since there's no written agreement or anything like that?
Yes. So the same day that I actually signed the lease, which was September the 9th, I actually spoke with them and I told them, I said, it doesn't matter about July. We're not talking about July or August rent. Since I just signed this lease, I said, I understand, we may have, our own difficulties, our issues going on, but I said, we're going to have to pay X, Y, and Z every month. And if you can't pay it, then I'll just let you know now you have to get out because, bills are, at an all-time high right now. And working 12 to 13 hours a day for me is very exhausting.
For anybody, yes.
Yeah. So that's the conversation that I had with them literally on September the 9th. And as of that, I reached out to them the next month, October, concerning rent. I never got rent. November.
How much is rent? That's the big
$1,750 is the whole.
How much is rent for them though?
So it's supposed to be split $475 even between 4 people.
$475 even. Okay, just want to make sure.
Hold on, wait, let me do.
Because you didn't put any amount on your complaint. You didn't say what any amount you were all asking for. So I just want to know.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
The focus turns to finances. Although the rent breakdown is explained verbally, specific figures are missing from the official filing. The judge notes this gap immediately, highlighting how important written details are in court. While flexibility may exist on a personal level, legal decisions rely on what is formally presented.
I didn't put an amount because, like I said, it's just not even about the amount. At the end of the day, I'm just still trying to give them grace. So I'm just trying to, just make it easier for them and just do the eviction instead of them doing back pay on the rent.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
That's why
you're not looking for a money judgment, but you're saying they were responsible for this $475. Did you ever give them anything in writing before you filed this action? Let them know, like, look, you ain't giving me your 475 for a couple months. You know, I'm gonna have to evict you. We're gonna have to file this action.
I text my sister on social media a couple times concerning rent, but that's
You
about
texted her a
it.
couple times on social media for the rent?
Because
Like you put her
shared.
on blast, or was this like
No. It was direct. It was a direct message. Her phone isn't on, so that's the only way that I can contact her at the moment.
I see. Did you identify a specific amount you were looking for before you filed this?
I did.
And how much was that?
So I actually just did the math. It was actually $435 a piece for all four of us to pay the $1,750.
Communication becomes a key point. Rent requests were made through messages rather than formal notice. The judge emphasizes that legal processes depend on proper procedures. Informal communication may work personally, but it does not always meet legal standards.
Okay.
So the first time she gave me a partial payment of, I think it was $200.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And she told me that she would give me the rest from her other job. I never received the money prior to that, and then time has prolonged. And then I asked her again. It just got to the point where I wasn't getting any responses at all.
I got it. Hold tight. Let me speak with your brother and your sister. So we can start with the phrase. Let's do
Elia.
Elia, do you have a oral agreement to pay rent to your sister for this place?
No.
Okay. Did you ever pay rent for this particular location?
I was paying rent up until when I could afford rent. My car went down this year of January. I was on the lease with my dad. Prior to when we came to this house, we got this house after my mom passed away. My mom passed away May 17, 2024. I came here with my dad. I was the only person here with my dad. My dad never stayed here. He left me here. He left me here by myself. So I was here by myself for 2 months. Then they came and stayed with me. And they were staying with me up until the end. So I was.
The siblings share their circumstances, including employment challenges and financial instability. The judge listens but keeps the discussion focused on the core legal questions: whether an agreement existed, whether payments were made, and the timeline involved.
This year because of my own financial hardship that I was having.
Hold on. Did you ever make an agreement to pay your sister any rent? Did she sign a new lease? Did you sign a new lease for this place?
No.
You didn't sign a new lease. Do you know if your sister signed a lease?
No, she's saying she did, so I mean.
Okay. Did you know if your brother signed a lease?
No.
Okay.
I don't think he did.
All right. Who's paying rent?
Her and her boyfriend, I would assume.
Okay. And do you know how much rent is?
$1,750.
Okay. And did you ever pay any portion for the rent since you've been there?
No, like I said, only what I could afford to give.
Okay. And when's the last time you gave something?
It probably was around the time that she said.
Okay. All right. Well, let me speak to Elijah. Elijah, do you have a separate agreement with your sister to pay rent?
Sir.
Have you ever paid rent to your sister?
Yes, sir.
And when have you paid her rent?
I would say probably a month going to 2.
You said you paid her a month ago?
Yes, sir. Going to 2 months, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And how much did you pay her?
I want to say close to like 2 something.
Okay. And do you guys have an agreed amount of how much you're supposed to pay her?
Yes, sir.
And how much is that?
$450.
Okay. And you're supposed to pay $450 a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you haven't paid in about a month or two?
Right, yes, sir. And I mean, I was gonna pay the full rent this month. It's just for the threats and the locking doors. I felt that piece not paying because I also didn't feel safe at the moment. So
Hmm.
whatever days you grant us to stay or leave, I will be leaving on that time. But I just think too tough, feel comfortable loaning rent this month with.
One brother acknowledges an agreed rent amount and partial payment before explaining why payments stopped. Concerns about household tension and discomfort are mentioned. The judge takes note, recognizing that living conditions and interactions can be relevant when evaluating the situation.